Well, good morning folks. It's the 28th of January. It's about 11:15 and I'm just going to give you a quick update on how far I've got with the pond and one thing and another. The pond is actually finished now. It's except for, as I said, I didn't want them timbers on top, so I'm going to find something or make something to cover them after I've had my operation. But as you can see, the match boarding's all on, the tongue and groove, the corners have been finished off. And what I have done, in fact I might try and get a better picture of this, but this is all going to be gravelled. I've got to get a weed barrier down. As you can see here, I've got the barrier down underneath this, but I don't know if you can see it. See that? Let me just move that gravel. That's pond liner, what was off-cut from when I did the other pond. Basically, I was going to tell you about this in a few videos ago, but that's basically because my garden slopes from the house down to the back fence, and it also slopes from right to left. So when I set the pond up, I knew I was going to have problems with my levels, but to make the tongue and groove look like it were all lined up nicely, I had to go below ground with some of it. And basically what I did, I decided that I'd put some pond liner down at the bottom of the last piece, holler out a channel underneath, and then put gravel in so it wouldn't be sat in the soil, just to protect the timber a little bit more. Any water getting down behind this pond liner coming down the matchboarding will just soak away and not get into the insulation behind it. But let me step back here because you'll get a better picture of how it's all set up. So I'm pleased with the matchboarding, I'm pleased with the corners, the timber on the top. Unfortunately, even though I had a heater in there, I tried to rush it, and basically just to cover the gap at the top of the matchboarding so the water didn't get down. I needed to get that round, but as I say, I'm going to cover that anyway with something else. So might even make a fiberglass trim up, a bit like a fascia you'd have on your house in black. I might design and build something like that. As you can see, the vacuum cleaners here, a bit of timber there. What I've been doing, I've been standing that on the corner of there to draw water out this pond. I've got my little filter bag inside the vacuum cleaner to stop any bits getting into this pond, so hopefully we'll be alright with that. A bit of a cheat on the back, I haven't matchboarded all the back. As you can see there, this corner's done, and then there's two panels. Now the reason for them panels, they're leftover OSB which I've covered with a pond liner, fastened them together, and then I've put these timbers on the back so I can lift it on and off easy. They're just fastened on with 4 screws a piece. But if I decide, when I decide what I'm doing with the pond, if I want some returns in there, obviously I've got to put overflow in there as well, all I do is take them off. I won't be having to take matchboarding off and costing me loads of time and a load of hassle, because you're bound to break the tongue and groove as you do it. As you see in here, where are they? There's fish in here. These are the two what I've put in just to get the filter working. I am going to move that filter off of there and back onto this corner like I've had for years, sort of April time. I've decided not to bother too much about the filter system in this pond. I think it's going to stay exactly as it is because it's worked. I've always been able to see my fish. The only thing is, some of these fish are going to come out of there, so I'm not worried that I'm going to put water from there into there. I'm not worried that I'm going to take water from there, washings out again, water from there into there and mix the fish up. Now obviously a lot of people wouldn't want to do this, but to be fair, since the pond line has split in this one and all the fish went in together, these have lived together more than a well-established swingers club, I think. So I'm not frightened of putting mix and match in the ponds. So these have done it all right in here. So as far as I'm concerned, they can go in without any problem. The gravel there is to help everything soak away easy. Just a bit of liner to put down there and some gravel to go down there, but as for the pond itself, it's going to stay like that now until after I've had my operation, except for there will be fish in it. So for people who asked about how deep it is in ground and things like that, I'd have liked it to have been 10 inches lower down. That's what it was designed for. Because obviously the higher you are to the ground, the more stress you're putting on the framework of the pond. It was designed to go 10 inches lower, but once I hit that sandstone, I thought I'd risk it. So if we do ever any problems with it boiling or anything like that, we'll show you how to cure it. But hopefully, fingers crossed, you don't get to see that one. So yeah, this is just a quickie just to let you know what we're doing. Later today, if I do start moving the fish over, I'll do a video of that and probably put it out another day. You don't want too much of me in one day. Well, that's what the wife says. So on that note, I'll see you again on the next one. Bye.